Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and the Black Ice campaign. And where we left off, we were in 1939 and it was September, and we were we tried to push into the Rhine area and surround the Saar. And that didn't go very well. We got the negative debuff as a result of the armory in disarray effect that kicked in. Which isn't great. Now, thank you very much to everyone that commented, Darkstar, Uncle Timo, and a few other subscribers that left some comments and took part in the live chat the other day. Really appreciate it. Just a quick thing, in relation to the Navy, I do realise that normally you can raise the rank to increase the amount of ships that they can control, but I think as France, a couple of our admirals have a set limit, so I could probably try changing this guy out for Thierry d'Angelou, but I'm happy just to leave this guy as he is. He'll do the job. This is only a supporting reserve group anyway, but I just thought I'd comment on that. But let's kick on in this episode. I've started rearranging some of our units. And in fact, there's only, I think, one left for me to rearrange, and these are the units that I'm probably going to be taking forward. It's not many, but it's better than nothing. And let's just make sure that these units pull out in time. And in fact, we're going to move second corps into position, then we'll only have one reserve corps when the time comes. It doesn't look like the Germans are going to invade, but this is a lot more troops than in real life than were on the border sort of during World War II. What's worrying is that they are starting to push back the Poles, but the Poles are putting up a pretty spirited resistance at the moment, but the issue will be when the Soviets get involved. And yeah, we will totally do that with Siam. And I'm just pulling our motorised troops out of the line because, to be honest, I don't think they're going to have the desired effect, to be honest. It looks to me like we're probably not going to be able to push through this, to be honest. And I'm very worried now because the Germans have a lot of troops, and realistically I don't think we can hold them back, even if I do full-on defensive positions. But we'll see. We'll see how we do. And let's just up reinforcement just a little bit. Just to make sure all of our units do reinforce correctly. But it doesn't look like they have much confidence in actually attacking the... Right. So there come the Soviets. In one of the most sort of well-known stabs in the back, really. Of course, the Soviet declaration of war on Poland came as a bit of a shock to the West. They weren't expecting the Soviets to declare war on Poland, and they weren't aware of the secret pact in the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact to divide up Poland, sort of along this line here. I guess you could call it the Boog line. So, yeah, it came a bit of a shock in the West, to be honest, that was a part of the pact, but the Allies were very lackluster in their attempt to bring the Soviets to their side. They did not want to negotiate with Stalin. And to be honest, you can make an argument to say, you know, who can blame them for not wanting to negotiate with Stalin? The guy was a megalomaniac. And a complete, you know, not a very nice individual, let's put it that way. So, supplies for money. You know what? We will do that game. I will let that one go through. It's doing a ridiculous amount of upgrades, though. That's the only thing that's a little bit crap. Is that the amount of upgrades that are going on still. Ah, yes. We've got that mountain division there as well. And, yep, I can take these guys apart now. Very good. Let's get rid of that medium artillery. One of my least favourite units in the game is medium artillery. And take out that mountain group. Okay, so we've got 3 units of artillery and 3 units of mountain troops. That's, you know, an extra few divisions down there if we need it. And we've got another reserve group, haven't we? Mr. Patel, maybe, would be useful. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 16 divisions to reinforce, I think we'll reinforce the north of that 16 divisions. Maybe towards the front against Belgium, possibly. Maybe that would be best. And I'm not going to need to pump some more into supply relatively soon. So the phony war has now properly set in, at least on the Western Front, because I ain't throwing away that amount of manpower. I would keep the attack that I was doing in these 2 provinces going, but there's just no way it's going to happen. There's just no way we're going to break in against them, so it feels like a bit of a pointless exercise. Okay, I'm going to move that air command back, I think, and then I'm going to put these guys into a proper divisional structure. I guess we'll have 4 corps of 4 divisions, and then we'll name this like the B Reserve Army. I think that would be best. The advance into East Prussia has failed completely, but they have at least formed a decent line, actually. Normally, it's a little bit better than what the Polish normally do. They're sort of coalescing a little bit more around Warsaw. And they can afford to lose ground in the east. It doesn't really offer them much. They'll probably survive until, I would wager, late October. Early October, after I've just seen that. Okay, brigade, it's a 42 tech, military police, it's a 40 tech. Ah, a load of 40 techs actually that just finished relatively recently. Tech-wise, I can't remember 100% where we were up to. Industrial zone, yeah. Let's get all of those and then keep freeing up more IC to go towards. Let's put it in supply because we are hemorrhaging supply a little bit. Yeah, 30 days. We need to correct that. Every day that goes by, the supply issue just improves a little bit more. So yeah, they've amassed everything along the Maginot Line now. It'll be interesting to see if the AI attacks. If the AI attacks the Maginot Line, we can probably do a decent wad of damage against them, actually. But it's just whether or not they actually decide to attack. The AI might look at level 10 forts and go, that's probably a bad idea. Right, up to 48. And how close are Belgium and things to joining? Yep, they're still very neutral. Which is perfect. We want them to stay neutral for as long as possible. But yes, a few of you mentioned Austria. I have no idea why Austria is independent in this world. I can only assume that when the Anschluss fired, maybe it didn't register maybe correctly, or maybe the AI gets an ability to release them as a puppet like a human player can do. Whatever the reasoning is, it is quite interesting that's a bit of a quirk of this game. I've never seen the AI do that, so I guess it's something different, isn't it? Okay, they're starting to surround Lodz, but they haven't actually attacked it yet, and there's some full divisions in there, so it looks like these guys will manage to escape the encirclement. They do need to defend Warsaw, though, which is one thing that AI never does, is handle its defensive duties in the capital particularly well. So we need as many Polish divisions to fight in the capital as possible. Okay, so Hungary just joined the Axis. Okay, so that's a 42 tech. We might as well let the 41 roll. And get the two different seaport capability ones. And we're only lagging 10 IC now on the old supply. So they need a division in here. Or at least to hold the river line properly. Like, don't send troops to fight the Soviets. The Soviets are not the problem. The problem is this. And with only a 1 division spread, they can probably hold that, to be fair. Officer ratio is going up slowly but surely. And they have reached October Poland, which is great. Now, I am aware that we have no troops on the Spanish border. So if the Spanish decide to attack, we are fucked. Although, that's a communist militia fighting for the Spanish nationalists. Wanna explain that, game? I don't think that's right. Okay, so we've got a bit of light snow. So that means winter is setting in, so they definitely won't be able to attack us across there now. And we get a little bit of energy or metal, which is good. Yeah, so Warsaw being defended by 1 garrison division isn't great. That is ropey. And they've cut off the escape to Romania. So we get gold. Okay, so let's... a lot of events. So we've got gold, which gives us more money, and mass livestock. We will pay them. We won't do that. We won't do that. And we won't do that. Operation Z. Our cryptologists have... we've cracked the Enigma machine. Very good. With help from Poland, actually. That's a little known fact, that the Poles actually gave an Enigma set, I believe, to the Western Allies quite early on, either before the war or very early on in the war, which helped the Allies break the Enigma code out of Bletchley Park, which is shown on the map here. And of course, that's Alan Turing and his Turing device, famously. And oh, that's a disgusting event. Okay. Defeatists. The government and High Command are reluctant to wage another costly war. This defeatism is spread to the rank and the file. So, realistically, I'm not sure how correct this event is. When you look at the individual fighting deformance, well, actually that's quite a good pun there, but the individual fighting performance of French units wasn't actually too bad during World War II. Sure, it wasn't, they did lose against the Germans, but I don't think you can blame it on the individual rank and file of the French army. It was sort of let down more by command than by rank and file. So I'm not sure I quite agree with that, but losing 24 national unity, plus all of that is a bit shit, really. Until the 4th of October 1941. Great. Okay. So that's the aim, guys. We need to survive until October 1941. With that. As a debuff. Okay, so we now have a organisation per unit of 37. Which is not great. How about our infantry? Because they have slightly better... No, they don't. Okay, 35. What about our tank divisions? Oh, you should be down there. Uh, 42. 33. Okay, yeah, let's not dwell on that. That's another disappointing modifier to have to contend with, but I'm sure we will rise to the occasion. That defeatism with a national unity of 43% as well. That is pretty shit, to be honest. We'll do that metal trade. Why not? Why the fuck not? Okay, so 41. And yeah, we'll take that 40 tech off. Get the road and the rail networks. And I almost feel like speeding it up, but I kind of want to see how well Poland are doing, to be fair, which is why I've played it at a slightly slower speed. And I did know we'd get some events and things, but that's a bit unfortunate, that event. I wasn't expecting that one. It's another donkey kick, really. And there goes Poland. Okay, so all of the units that are over there will now proceed to move westward. We are weakest probably along this line here. Let's speed it up a little bit, because it doesn't look like they're bombing us, which is good. Yeah, there's a little bit of air combat, but the Brits are handling that, so we'll just let them. Okay, so I haven't really done much with this one before, but I'm just thinking the Series A war bonds would actually be quite useful for the national unity increase for a change. And you know what, I am going to expand our synthetic industry. I don't normally do that, but I think as France, there might actually be some use to it. Because our economy is a little bit shaky. And speaking of which, we should be getting enough supply now to turn a positive, if you please. Right, Army HQ, 42. Yeah, we'll get the hangar bay maintenance, we might as well. We'll do these metal trades. We might as well. And I'm going to put... Wow, the Brits have a lot of destroyers, don't they? Wow. Let's throw in our ships as well. We might as well. Ah, we just got all of our submarines here. I forgot about that. Yeah, like over here, we'll just do a patrol with these guys. Patrol over here as well. Patrols for days. Just put the ships out. See if they can catch anything. Oh, and South Africa wants to buy some of our... I have no idea what that is, but they want to buy it, so we'll accept that. And we'd give them no, no, no. Let's just make sure production of supplies takes a bit of precedence at the moment. Okay, so we're getting some events about propaganda and things. And let's create our cause. And then I think I'm going to send them to the Maginot Line, actually. This could be embarrassing, team. This could be my worst failure, because these debuffs are worse than what the Soviets have to deal with, I think. Yes, yes, I get it. There's stuff dotted around. U-boats. Right, 8. Say, let's give all of these guys, and then call it, I don't know, B Army. I'm going to use the German naming conjecture there. And then let's give them relatively decent commanders. You know, as decent as we can really afford. And do we have a logistics person that can just come on in? Yeah, perfect. And then let's attach them to... Yeah, I think... Got 1 million men there. Oh, sorry. How many do we have here? Yeah, we've got 1 million men there, and a little bit less than that in the far north, but supported by the British, that's probably about 1 million as well. So 2 million men on the front. You know, isn't nothing to be sniffed at, to be fair. And yeah, we'll attach this core HQ into the 2nd Army, just because it gives them another core, and then I can build around it. So 9th, I'm going to move you up to Saint Michael. 7th, I'm going to move you up to Reims. 8th, I'm going to move you up to, I think, here. And then I'm going to hold 8th with his reserve at Nat, whatever that is. Okay. Right. And they've decided to attack. Let's make sure that they don't get air superiority. Or at least try to deny them some air superiority. So let's do an air intercept mission all over the front line. Okay, we might not be able to deny them air superiority. I imagine we are going to win this. Yes. Okay, with heavy forts we can win. That's what I'm taking away from this. And our air force is holding its own. It's not actually failing completely. So that's good. Let's send these guys in to reinforce. Because at the end of the day, that's what they're there to do. And then I might be able to check out, yeah, the losses. Okay, so they're attacking with 153k, but that's dropping pretty much daily. And we're not losing any soldiers either. So if they want to, you know, struggle and fight us there, then they can. Okay, Hagenau is also being attacked, but again, we've got more infantry that we can pile in as extra reserves if we need to. So good job I moved the 9th Corps up here when I did, because they can jump in there. Okay, the Brits want to do a debt, that's fine. Yeah, we are losing a little bit of money. We need all of the help that we can get, really, there. Been attacked in Colmar as well. Right, so that's in the far south. I can reinforce with a couple of B divisions here as well. We are holding all over the line. Beating them back quite handily, actually. So, up here, they're losing about 100 a day. Over here, they're losing about 1,000 every day. Over here, 300 a day. Over here, about 100 a day. Over here, 100 a day. And then over here, yeah, about 100 a day. So all these battles are really good. The convoy, allied help minus 1.584. No. Why would that drop our unity by that much? Why would allied help drop it? I don't understand. Is that because they're not giving us much help? They got divisions. They're there. No, game. Don't do this. No. No, -2. No. They're helping. They've got their navy out. They've got divisions in France. What are you talking about? -2 unity a month. That is bollocks. We can't be having that. That's like... Yeah, you jump in. Yeah, decrease that rate, please. Okay, okay, so that's a new division in the production queue. We can handle that. That's not too bad. I definitely need to make sure that we're protected against Italy, because if we're struggling against stuff on the Maginot Line, which we're not struggling, maybe that's a strong word, we're tactically not doing so great. Yeah, we'll say that. Then we're going to need all the help we can get there. It's a general offensive across the Maginot Line, apparently. Great. Have at it, Germany. Let's see how many losses you incur. Okay, so Germany lost 22,000 in the Battle of Strasbourg. That's good. We'll take that. So that was here. So that was a victory. That's good. Any other battles that we want to win? No, apparently. Okay, we do have another reserve group that I'm thinking about throwing in. Maybe in the south. Or in fact, let's just move them up into position. And then they can do a little bit of extra defense if we need them to. And then let's just make sure our officers stay nice and healthy. We want that at least 100. And we're going to put you guys there. And I'm going to put you guys here. And then that covers all the gaps. I'm going to split this corps, actually, just so we have French divisions everywhere. So we are ready to move into Belgium when the time comes, but I'm not sure we can hold out against them. They are melting. We're killing a lot of them here. So we lost 46 and they lost, wow, nearly 16,000. So while we're getting debuffs, if they want to mindlessly throw themselves at the Maginot Line, then, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. We can probably handle that. We just can't handle anything else. So 7. Okay, well, I mean, 4 divisions aren't going to break through here. That's for sure. And it looks like their air force is gone, which is really the major concern. Oh no, there is an air unit there. Our air force is a bit buggered. But we do have a decent amount of anti-air actually in all of our garrison divisions on the border, which is useful. Oh, another month has already gone by. Okay, so we won the Battle of Colmar, another 31,000 German casualties. The Battle of Mulhouse, another 16,000 German casualties, and we're getting these battle streamers which add to our organisation. So whenever they lose a battle, that actually aids us quite substantially. And let's send in a bit of reinforcements here, because there's only 5 divisions defending there, so we could probably do with another couple. Hopefully this trains up all of our commanders as well. That would be really good. Right, we've been attacked in Strasbourg again. Right, we've actually got enough divisions there. I'm going to send one towards Strasbourg just to hold it down. We are in position all across the front when the time comes, but I think we could do with more units in the north, to be honest. Have we got any more infantry? Yeah, we do. We got one more infantry division. Let's have them join up with the 18th Corps, actually, because you never know, another division might be the difference. Okay, so the Polish Legion is reported for... Okay. Does that mean our divisions run or they go away? Because don't really want to lose divisions. I've already modernized them. Here they are. Okay, so they're still there. Yeah, more. Okay, so getting more armoured, I think this is. Let's take that unit and put it there. So 23rd Corps. Does that go? Yeah, that's in the production queue. Okay, so we're getting some armoured divisions out. Not really the top of my list of concerns, to be honest, at the moment. Let's keep forcing this back. What I would say is the German AI must be very positive about their chances if they're trying to break through like they are, which isn't great. Wow, okay, so just shy of 60,000 losses there, which is insane for 61. I mean, we're doing better than France in real life. There's that, so that's good. Is this division ever going to move? They have a speed of 0. Because of the river strait? No, the infantry. Sorry, explain that to me, game. Why would they not be able to move? Okay. That was strange. Never come across that before. I'm gonna put them in there and then just replace them with a unit that can move. Yeah, and we're beating back that motorized attack there. So a whole lot of beating back at the moment. Right, let's put time forward a little bit. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. So they got 6 units there. Hagenau's holding. Chatanom looks a little bit suspect, actually. Come on. Go on in. Right, and we can form some more divisions. Apparently. Right, I'm going to take everything off upgrades, actually, and I'm going to get those divisions out, because they can help form extra divisions in the event that, you know, this all kicks off. This looks slightly worrying. Okay, and we've got more weird cavalry divisions coming out. Why would we want cavalry units? Oh. These divisions are shockingly bad. Okay, the general. So that's a motorized unit, so that's at least good. We'll take a motorized unit. This guy's got some units as well. So this is all stuff that can be used later on. Oh, we've got the level 6 battle streamer. So 100,000 German losses there. And that gives us a little bit of extra land organization. So it's just Catercom now. And Colmar. Right, so another 27,000 losses. Hagenau not worried about. And to be honest, here I'm not that worried about, to be honest, either. But, just in case, we can move them over. And I'm going to move this infantry unit over as well. Yeah, the fort and everything else is going to really make them suffer. And I think we're going to call it an episode relatively soon. They can attack in there as much as... They can attack all along this line as much as they want. It's not going to work. They're going to struggle. Let's chuck in some extra infantry just to make sure the line holds. And speaking of units that don't move, we've got another couple here. That would explain why they haven't been moving. So that's good to know. We have divisions that apparently can't move, so they are good for nothing. Apart from holding a static defensive front. So it's a good job I sent them to the Maginot Line and I didn't send them north. I'll take 101% officer ratio, thank you very much. That's great. Ah, we managed to kill a submarine. That's good. So yeah, so far, so good. I mean, in real life, the Germans wouldn't be attacking the Maginot Line like this. But, hey, if they're going to do that, I ain't going to complain. And we're getting units out quite quickly, which is good. I can probably build a new corps with all of these units once they're out and about. Okay, being attacked in Wissenberg again. Second Panzer's about to cop the bucket. Oh, and we lost the effects of money shortage imminent. That is awesome news. So that gets us a whole load of extra IC. And hopefully we'll win this battle. Wow, 90... I mean, if they do this non-stop, how much manpower does Germany have? That's not that much. If they keep doing that, you know, lose 100 manpower a battle, they are going to run out of manpower quite quickly. This could be advantageous. Right, if I just keep letting them attack, which, you know, let's face it, I don't mind letting them. You know, they are going to struggle. Okay, so I might as well do forward air control. I mean, 6 divisions aren't going to crack us there, and wow, the winter effects just came in, so I imagine it's going to make them, yeah, even worse. Are you sure you want to attack? Wow, 10,000 more casualties. Yeah, why not, autarky? Wow, veteran unit. Yay! It's like all my Christmas presents at once. Okay, we just got that money shortage imminent thing again, which isn't great. Just when I thought the economy was getting more sound. Everyone wants to trade at a debt with us. And there are the Italians. They have joined. But they haven't joined the war, so it's just purely a case of they've joined the festivities. But to face them, we've got a lot of units. So we should be able to hold the front against them, because their units definitely aren't as good as the German units. Again, we're not great either, but we're better than them. That's a very low benchmark, I'm aware, but I will live in hope. Wait a minute. You haven't declared war, have you? Yeah, I was about to say. They wouldn't be foolish enough to declare war yet. It's way too early. Ah, we've got 2 HQ divisions, which is great. I can chuck them into these mountain units immediately. Right, so Hagenau, holding, and Colmar also holding. Yeah, and we'll take extra units, please. Yep, an elite division headquarters will take that, chuck that into the mountain group there. We need to do a trade for money right now. Or cancel some of our trades. We don't need to import oil from Japan. That's pointless. We don't need to import oil from Sweden either, really. Or Iran. I mean, Saudi Arabia. I mean, Argentina, we can cancel that one. Same thing there. This one. This one. That should balance the books a little bit more. Yeah, 0.1. Okay, so this event here could be quite important. I think we should stop another crude oil one. Maybe that one from Iran, just to balance the books. Right, Franco-British Winter War assistance. Yeah, and we're going to help them. Because we need national unity. Okay, Allied help. I don't really understand what's causing that. But these victories have got to mean something, right, French people? Surely you're looking at these victories going, wow, we're killing hundreds of thousands of Germans because they keep attacking our crappy defenses. Well, very efficient defenses. I mean, eventually they might break through. Ah, we got a cruiser. Awesome. One of their convoy raiders. Those are really hard to catch normally. No. Although that would probably sort out our metal problems. This I don't like. Really? A rebellion? May this be the last act of rebellion. Right, let's get to, I think, 1940, and then I'm going to call it an episode. And then I might ask you all whether or not you want me to play sort of the next, maybe 8 months, or, you know, not even 8 months, the next, you know, however long it takes until Germany attacks. So I guess May, until May off screen, because it's just going to be a whole lot of sitting around with me doing ridiculous casualties to them, because they're never going to break through. You know, even where we've got 4 divisions, it's not going to happen. It's just going to be us doing ridiculous damage to them, which is fun, but it's a bit mind-numbing just sat here. But let me know what you think in the comments, whether or not I should just play all of that off-screen like I do sometimes. I know some people don't like it when I do that, but sometimes it's the best way to make the videos and the series a little bit more interesting if I just play the bits that aren't as interesting off camera. Because this game does have slow parts. And while it's fun watching them, you know, break upon us like a massive wall, it's not really accomplishing anything. Right, we lost the effects of that money shortage imminent again, which is really good. Which means we can get more into producing. Okay. Yeah, we are throwing up some planes to try and hold them. Let's give that a no order. And we're getting a lot of veteran units from this. Okay, so welcome to 1940, and as I say, I think I'm going to call it there. So thank you very much for watching this episode. I've really enjoyed this series so far. Looking at the situation, though, we might be a bit boned, unless we can kill so many Germans in the next 5 months that they run out of manpower. Which, you know, that is a possibility. That might happen. Just judging by the rate at which they're already attacking. We've got a huge amount of tank divisions, cavalry and things coming out, which I can use to reinforce the front against Belgium. I think when the attack in Belgium happens, though, we're going to be a little bit fucked. So, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Let me know whether or not you want me to play the next sort of 4 or 5 months off camera, and then rejoin on May 1st, when the German onslaught begins, or just whenever, you know, the Germans declare their attack on all of, you know, the Low Countries. So thanks again. Bye-bye.